Okay, hi Zoe. How are you feeling today?
Yeah, Baruch Hashem, Baruch Hashem. And they said about 40 hours. I see it much better now.
Okay, now you don't have to worry anymore anyway. It's raining. It's
Yeah,
not sunny.
yeah, yeah.
Let me just get this here. Put this here. Okay, Rachel, I'm on Zoom, okay?
What?
No, calling Rachel.
Okay, good. So
Okay. This thing that was cliche,
we are in Kuf Zayin, yeah?
Kuvzain Amad Aleph, we learned cliche Nikiv B'kainis Mashke.
Yes, yeah.
So what was the bottom line, Legabe, two people? We saw there were two shitas, right? Legabe, two people being able to wash from one revius.
Right.
So we're up to in middle of the blot, in middle of the daf, Amal Li Rav Sheshes. The beginning, the first word on the Lishnayim.
Yeah, yeah. Omar le Rav Sheshes la Mema Kapdisu Amone
Amona.
Ayu Makpid an Kli Benetilas Yadayim.
Yeah.
Omar le'im Wo bist du gemeint zu fragen?
Rashi, Shehe Kli Sholem.
Na, was du gemeint? Das gemeint den ganzen Scholem oder Scholem for a piece, let's say?
No, we learned before that if even if it has a little hole in it, it's not a problem so long as it's not machnis.
אמר לי, החזוסה, היו מקפיד על חזוסה,
How it looks.
חזוסה von die Basser.
Oh.
אז er sagt Rashi,
Uh-huh.
החזוסה sagt Rashi,
Dehem by Maramayim.
בוהן, שיהיה בוהן מר המים,
Right.
אמר לי,
Lay in.
אמר לי, השיעורה, sagt Rashi רביס, אמר לי, so Rav Sheshes, הממרן von Rav Sheshes, sie darf sein Akli, sie darf die Wasser darf rausgucken gut und sie darf sein Arabis.
Yeah, well, why was he asking him this? This was a chiddush in his time? L'chayr, right? I mean, or these things are extras. Basically, you could do without it.
Du nimmst dann mit gewusst von dem Friert, von
Yeah,
meinem,
yeah, yeah. I mean, what he's not. This is not this man. Who's asking? These are Amiras, no?
this is am Euroin, right?
Yeah. So it was already from the time Tanoim.
Ja, okay. Aber Abu ist gesehen, was über die Tanoim am Dach mag sein, auf Kli, auf Rebis, auf die Sachen.
Okay, first of all, the Maharsha corrects. He says that it's not Rav Sheshes, it's Rav Ashi.
Gut, ist noch schwerer, Rabashi gewinnt bei der
Yeah.
End, Kufe von der Gemorre, ja.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so here, Mashma sheposh toyloi shetzarch kli, ela shemistapik im tzarch sheyeh hakli sholem. Aval Ramban Haven sheshol im tzarch kli b'chlal oy loy. V'hiksha Ma hoisa sheilosai im makpid al kli va'al mara hagmayim. Lentilas yadayim. Hare dinim elu mefurashim b'mishnah. In Yadayim. It says Mishnah in Yadayim.
Mamish dein Kashu.
Yeah. Kol HaKelim noisnel Yadayim. Afilu b'kli glolim. B'kli avonim. B'kli adomo. Ein noisnel Yadayim. Loi b'fanes HaKelim, etc., etc. So he quotes the whole Mishnah. V'chein shanin sham. Nafal l'toicha dyoy. Kumus. Kan, etc. So it colors it. Nishtanu mareim. Psulin. Harish tzarch lakbid al amara. The T-rates. She'ochein loy sho'al oisai al hadvarm ha'elu. Elo kach hoisa kavanosai. Al kli ve'al mare vaday makpidim ha'im makpidim gam al hashir oy loy. Aha. Okay.
Dikal Shirley given a shield. Good. Weiter.
Wait, there's another teretz. The other teretz is shehoya ef shaloi loy shemashe oma b'mishnah hu le'inyan tila shedayim l'truma. Aval l'chulin ain't tzarch lahakpid bazeh.
Okay. Good.
Okay. I also heard. I just heard yesterday. I mean, I was listening for a couple of minutes to a raid bite. He was saying that the Beis Halevi was very makpid on washing with tremendous amounts of water. Ad kadei kach that when he stayed in an inn, they charged him separate money for the water because he was using so much water for washing. So they asked him why. So he wrote and he read what he wrote there. He wrote that Lo Yaleinu, today we don't have a Beis Hamikdash, we don't have karbonis, we don't have truma. At least we have this zecher l'truma. So he was makpid ad lahafli because it was a zecher l'truma, and this way it reminded him of the.
The level of Zayir Shomayim.
Yeah.
Yika de Amre Oche Omarle. See, Shmuel, I think what you read is the second. Look at the Gemara. Yika de Amre Oche Omarle. Amane Bachazus Kapdina. Avade Afakli, when the Mara for the Maim Kapdina, Shimura lo Kapdina. Okay, lo Kapdina. The sun here. Meir Avis, Noitlim Liadaim Leachod Vapil Leshnai. So Lichura Oter Abreise. As a zwei keine Sachbash, Nizaraya mit darf nicht mag für seine Provinz.
Right.
But you understand, because after the first one washed, some of the drops are left on his hand. So the second one has less than Ravis, yeah. This is why we saw yesterday in Rashi, the reason, and you read the Mishnah Berurah yesterday.
I understand.
The reason it does help is it's Rupsach Shiorei Tahare, Shiorei, Ibergebliebene.
Yeah, but that was talking about one kiluach. Since it's a kiluach of a revius, and there's no hefsik in the kiluach.
Well, you verstehe, aber as ich stehe da, Neutlim Leodaim Leechot Ba'afilu Lishnayim, the way we saw it in Shulchan Aruch means, if the second one is already putting his hands under the first one.
Yeah, so I think different. I think he's making a mistake, but he's learning it not like we learned yesterday. That's why the Gemara says Veloihi. Right after it says Veloihi. You thought he's saying to him that you could wash one person, and then come over and wash the second person. Veloihi. Shiny Hosam Shum de Kosim Shor Taira.
Look at Tosfos Veloihi.
Yeah.
ולא ישעין ההוסם דקוסם משיעור איתה משמע, ומעיקור רבו למימר דאפילו ראשון רבו ישיר.
Right, that's how you understood it.
Okay, what's weiter?
He said, if two people can use one revius, so the first one doesn't need a whole shear. That's how he understood it. So it doesn't belay, it's nicht azay.
Yeah. Weiter die Gemorre. Askin Rav Yaakov min Hapkoid. Natle Bas Revius. Shmuel, das ist nicht poschet. Rabbi Yaakov hat Mesaken gewähnt, der Kli darf sein, der Kli von Revius. Askin Rav Ashi Behutzel, Kuze, Bas Revius. It's very interesting, you hear? What's the Chiddush though? So look at the Rashi a second. Natle Barabise,
Shal Schuchis. Koren Natla. Natla is the name of a keli. It was a keli from Schuchis.
Oiso Mutznas, Leshaer Bo, Kli, Shal Kol Ish Beish, Mesakno Little Yodov. So the first person was asking is, he displayed it in a public place. This way, every man that wants to bring a kli to his house can measure it against his kli. The second one, hat gemacht Kuse. Was ist der Chiddush da? Sie können sein,
Rashi, take a look at Rashi. Shetikno, chokiko lekabel revius, af al gav de meikora lav lishtamushe begavo avido, ve'en chalolo osu letoichoi.
Shmuel. The Rashi that you read goes on the next line. Because der Rashi, but das Gelein geht auf Magufas Chomis.
I hear.
Die Chure, but die Gemara meint zu sagen ist, die Gemara will nur weisen, als die Amoraim felt that it should be in every community, they should have a kli, people can measure. And
right. Like they have in France, locked up somewhere in a place that's not open, that no air gets in, the exact standard of a meter.
Oh, interesting, yeah?
Yeah. You have to have, so, I mean, I'm not even going to say it, but you need to have a perfect one, and then you copy it. But we know that in one place there's this perfect one.
Right. But Moshe Rabbeinu gave each shevet to Sefer Torah, but one with Megiddat laying in the Oren.
Right.
Okay, weiter. Ja, jetzt kommt der Chiddush, guck.
Marova
megufas chovis, shetikno noitli mimena lo yodan. Yes, Leini Badirashi. Megufas chovis means a flat cover of a chovis. Was is shetikno? Chokeko lekabel revis. Listen to Chidushim. Ava gav de meikoro, לאו להשתמוש בגבוה בידי, ואין חלולו, עשו לסויכוי. פה זו גדולה שצווי זכן או דרין זך.
We said before that you have to have a keli. Is it shaykh that something that's a barrel top that's not made for a keli can be used? So he says, yeah, even though l'chatchila it was not made for that.
Yeah, but what's meant Rashi? Rashi so chokeko lekabel revius.
Yeah, he carved out to be mekabel revius.
Was there any space to?
No, it was a flat. Let's say it was a flat top. And now he was chaykik, he carved out a revius.
Look at the space. The gufas chovish shetikno.
Fear for countries.
שחוקקו. נראה שבלוי חקיקה היא רביס, אלא שמשופס היא באינו יושבס, אלא מסומכס כאין כיסו כוסו של כסף. It was not made to be a kli. Like, you know, you want to cover your silver with an item. It's not a kli. Yeah? וכיסו כאן בתיקנו שהרחיבו מלמטו עד שיושבס שלא מסומכס. וקודם שתיקנו, אין לו יתלי ממנו פרמוס, ואין בהסקיבול שלו חושו, כיוון שאם בו להוי שבלו יסמיכה, הויו המים ישפוכם, ואז בסטייס וזוגניאס. Case was learning that there was a place for revis. However, זאת nicht gerade Hashem Kli, weil sie kann nicht stehen für sich. Can you learn it in Rashi also or not? Was hat Rashi gemeint?
So, but I think the first thing they used to have covers for their kaisos because my megulim, right? So, and I've even seen a kais that has a cover, and so he's saying that the cover itself was carved out that you'd be able to have a revius in it, but it was made only to be a cover. Not only that, because it was carved out, so it was slanted on bottom, so it couldn't even stand. So it was not a keli.
Right, right.
So they fixed it. Now Rashi says it about a megufas chavis, not about a. But Tosha says that's exactly what's applied by the megufas chavis.
Right, right. Okay, good.
It has to have a shem keli.
Right. Tanya name oche, בגוף הסחובי שתיקנו, לא יתלו ממנו ליודעי. weiter geht die Gemorre. Chemes ukfisho, which is very interesting.
I mean, this is Nagaya by us also. I mean, if we have something that's like let's say a yogurt cup, yeah. So you finish it and you wash it out and you want to use it for kais, you can't.
Exactly. Steht לו לכאורה מדף, תעשי לו את רש"י.
Even like Rashi, you have to do a maisa to make it into a keli.
No more than that. In Rashi, it seems that only if you prepared it to be a kli, a yogurt cup was only made to be a container for the yogurt.
Right. I'm saying you have to do a maisa in it to make it into a keli. Not that you take out you have to do a maisa in the keli itself.
Right.
Change it.
Right. So look, now you understand better the next case. Chemes ukfisho שתיקנום לא יתלים מהם ליודעיים. לא שתאכת שתיקנום שמואל. Look at the Rashi בסימן. מיני נוידויס של אוירם.
Okay, they're like pouches. They're what is it? Gourd, G-O-U-R-D.
Actually, wie wirst du lernen, was meint Tiknum, which type of a tikkun do you need here?
I don't know, he had to do something. Apparently he had to do something.
It means you have to widen the opening then, because if it's a pouch to hold wine or milk, it's not made or more. By the way Tosfos said before, maybe they cannot stand on their own.
Okay. Either way, you have to make a takon. You have to make a tikkun.
Now look at the next piece. Tak the kupo.
Actually, yes. No,
what do you want me to tell him?
I'm in the middle of.
I said you might learn. What should I tell him?
I'll call him back to ask him when's a good time. I'll call him back.
An hour, 2 hours.
In 2 hours.
Yeah, approximately an hour and a half. An hour and a half. שק וקופו אף על פי שמקבלים אינו יתלימם ליודעיים. See, this is an interesting Rashi. Look at the Rashi. שק וקופו אין מלאכתום למים, ורובון אין מקבלים מים. בזאת רש"י.
So, yeah, okay. Does Rashi say that you can't even if you make a takana in the sack in the kupa, you can't? First of all, what does it mean by kupa? Means a wooden kupa.
Oh, yeah.
So even if you're masaking it, it's not. Why is it different than a magupa? Or it means stam, a sack v'kupa. If you don't make a takana in it, so don't. Even though has a base kibul, you can't use it because it's not made to hold mayim.
The Gemara is very careful in the language. Look. Sack the kupo,
right?
Steht nicht auf a bishe tiknum.
Right, auf a bishe makablan. Even though they are kalim, but they're not kalim to.
Ken sein over, also mit mache psa tikun.
Right.
Yeah, but yeah,
right. That's right.
Yeah, I'm looking at Shulchan Aruch a second. Kufnun Tesi, about a minute. Shmuel Nast.
I have it. 1 second.
Look a minute in Kupel Test. See it Gimel first.
Okay.
כלי שמחזיק רביס כשסומכים או יסורים, אם לא יסמכו ישופכו המים ולא ישור ברביס, אינו כלי. ילקח מהגופו של חוביס שייחדו, ואינו מקבל את רביס שלו מסומכס, ממש בתוספס, yes? אינו כלי ממנו. ואם הרחיבו מלמטו, עד שמקבל את רביס כשיושבס, לא כלי ממנו.
Right. So, like those, you remember they used to use paper cups that came like a cone.
Right.
You can't use that.
Right. חמס הוא כפישו, שהם מן הנוידה של אוהל, שתיקנו ועושו להם בייס מוישו.
נויטל מהם.
So מילום גפלט ועושו תגיטון בייס מוישו. נויטל מהם. אבל שק וקופו. Hier, Shmuel, the Mechaber schreibt, שהתקינו, erst.
Yeah. L'sheves.
L'sheves, ולא הסמיכה. So here is again, שק וקופו לכאורה.
Not only that, v'zip come b'zefesh at shehem mekabel mashkim.
Right.
Yeah.
אין לא יקלי מהם לידם, לפי שאינם עשויים לקבל משקים, this is ממש רש"י. צידו זוג למישהו ברורה, כפי שאינם עשויים, היינו דאינם עשויים כלל מתחילו לקבל בו משקים.
So maybe a yogurt cup, which was made to be mekabel mashkin.
Good, yeah. But good, is it good? The shal is wie verstehst du, was meint lekabel mashkin?
To be able to hold it.
Yogurt cup is a container. It's nicht gemacht. Okay, but you're right. You're right. Yeah. Yeah.
So the only shali with a paper cup, which is made to be mekabel mashkin, which you could stand, is whether you could call something that's made out of paper or plastic a cup. Okay.
Right. This is a shal was so much and if it's made to be used only once,
Yeah.
Shem clear the time.
But b'shas with Chak, where people don't have, they rely on it for kiddush, they rely on it for.
The Moshe strongly held it. See, I think it's based on the Shaila. Is a paper cup mekabel tume or not? This is, I think, how the topic begins. Chmena shido Mishneh, sie nicht mekabel tume. Sagt der Moshe, לגבי דיני tume nicht, aber לגבי kli, לגבי das. Das is the rate. I didn't see the shoe inside here. יבואל הוא מהו לאכול במאפו. If you're not washing your hands, Rashi זוק מי שלא ינות על יודו, מהו לפרויס מאפו על יודו ולא ייגע בו איכלים ביוחד.
I'm sorry, I missed it. יבואל הוא מהו לאכול במאפו.
שזה רש"י, מי שלא ינות על יודו,
Right, could you eat with gloves?
Right. Well, what's the shiny voice?
From Gemara's mashma, because maybe his hand will stick out. Maybe he'll touch something. But if you wear gloves, you can't touch anything.
Yeah.
Is that the chashash?
Yeah, sure. Let's see what the rise from the Gemara. Aber is die Scheile, Shmuel, is die Scheile abgestellt hat mit die Eved, ja?
I don't,
Oh, maybe. So maybe the way you say is the gloves is a lechatchila.
Right, because he doesn't say B'loshim the Eved. Ma'u lechem ma'apa, that's lechatchila.
I say mashma de loshim, right? תושמע, וכשנוסנו לו לרב צודק אוכל פוחס מקבצה, תקן לא יתלוי במאפו, ואוכל חוץ לסוכה, ואין מבורך עליו.
Mhm. So here's also Shmami not tlas.
אבל, מה אליו, או כביצה, בואו
Netilas Yadayim. He didn't eat the shear, so therefore he didn't need Netilas Yadayim. But if he eats the shear, he needs Netilas Yadayim, and mappa is not enough.
So, okay, so if so why did you have the mapo b'pochas b'kebetze?
Oh, okay. That's one question. The Gemara is I see the Gemara is asking a few questions. Dilmaha kebetze boy, a boy sukkah. Maybe the reason he wore, you're being medayek that the reason that he was able to wear the mappa is because he was eating less than a beitza. No, maybe he was wearing the mappa because he needs to wash.
Ich meine, die Gemara sagt, ob sie in Sukke, als hat das gemacht, because Rebbe Eisten ist es, wollte es mit Tränen.
And well, as chutz l'sukkah. That's why he ate pachas mikashir, but not because he was using a mappa.
Und ich verstehe, aber verwusst hat er sich nicht gewaschen, die Hände schmur.
Because he had a mappa.
Ja, okay.
That's good for Freckman. Can you be medayik in his maisu or not? He
noch einmal, guck again. כשנוסנו לו לרב צודק, אוכל פוחס מקבצה, not לו במאפו, אין זך, אוכל חוץ לסוכי הצבייתה, ואין מבורך אחרו, ברכס עמוז.
right.
מה אליו? או כביצה, בואו נטילת ידיים. פרבוס פפוחס מקבצה, תניש גידף נטילת ידיים.
Because you don't wash your hands on pachas mikabetza.
פרבוס.
Because it's not in Kabul Tuma.
Right. So מה אליו? או כביצה, בואו נטילת ידיים. So Johanne, Dilme Hokebeitze, bo es Suke, wo brochet, gedacht Menschen, wo es nicht kein Reihe, לגבי Mapo. Toshma, Shmuel, Ashkech el Arab, וקורחר במאפו. אומר לי, fragt der Rab,
Avdin Kedain, mitut azoi. Amalei, daiti ktsara alai. He's a very big istinus.
ich sagt er,
So the Rashi, daiti ktsara istinus anid, al kol ponim, shenotalti yodai, I efshi lecho biyodi. He didn't, nicht got kangupul. So when they gave him a piece of bread, I guess his hands were already soiled from whatever else he was eating. And he didn't want to eat like that. So he put on a mappa.
was sagst du? Sagt, ich habe gewaschen die Hände.
Yeah. No.
So, also sagt Rashi.
I know. The Afal Bishon Natalti Yod.
Shenotalti Yod.
Right. Okay.
אפשי לכו ביודי. Ich will Easternis. Ich will as my hand should be 100% clean. There's Rashi.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
כי סליק רב זירא אשכחינו לרב עמי ורב אסי בכוח לבבלוי חמוסוס. רש"י sagt, Chamosos bluim. Ich denke, chamosos means like pouches of wine. Kolchim yadayim bohem. Oichlin below netilas yadayim.
But these are real gloves.
This is mamish like gloves, right? Omar.
Hey, Gabra, Rabbi Vikavasaichu.
ליטו רב ושמואל, הוא בא לדותיר דרך גילרנט המכנס הזה, von die meiste mit Rab, jo?
Ja, macht der Toys. Hat das getan, weil ein Istenis.
Da hat ich zugekommen. Istamtise, wenn gesagt, die Remark oder vergessen, oder Oma Rav Tachlit וברבים יום השמואל, התירו מה פה לא איך לתרומו, והתירו מה פה לא איך לטעם. You realize, שמואל, הדר דין is אפילו לכתחילה לכאורה, תראו מה פה, שמואל the ganze Sibe for the Tiras Yodai is because of Srach Trume, right? So there, תראו מה פה, פדם או נשפדם.
So what does that mean? Hitiru mapel echle trumas atrashi to Kohanim season heim nagi.
No, du meist, als sie haben gegessen, weil so Matthias gemacht, mit Rabbi Shmuel, sie haben sich verlost die Mission.
Versteh, but he's saying that the only ones who are mutter to do it are Kohanim because there's reason. So therefore, what are they going to do? They're not going to let their hand touch the food. Also it's atrashi. Hitiru mapel echle truma. Not that because they're eating truma now. They're echle truma. So they're kohanim, and kohanim has reason, nagi, and therefore they're going to be careful not to let their hand out of the mappa. But the andere v'lahitil chuleihem b'tara nicht die v'ses chulim b'tara lefi she'enam lumudim lishama k'may kohanim. So nicht das eingewohnt to watch their hands like the kohanim. So therefore they could touch with the raw hands. They could touch the food.
Es was Mendo דיברת על השתמטיסת. The one that is rebuking them, Rab Zeirav צריך gewundert, why is Rabasi and Rabba?
Right, and they said to him, "You forgot the words of Rav Tachlifa Barabba."
אבל בפקד, mit Rav Tachlifi ברבדים יקום תויסת כעסזו עשר שמואל.
I don't know. Maybe Rav Asi and Rav Ami, either they were Kohanim, or maybe they were
Good.
Talmidei Chachamim was recent.
The Gemara zog. ורבמי ורבאסי koyanim.
Oh, okay, good.
It's just istaki ishtamtiset to Rab Zeira.
Right.
It shouldn't said anything because it says the fails there. Yeah.
Right.
Shmuel, excuse me half a second.
Oh, that's yours. Okay.
Hello. Okay, fine. Okay, thank you. Okay, said. Okay, said, do you have an umbrella there? It's raining. Okay. Okay, I'm learning with Shmuel now. So when you're ready to leave, you'll tell me, I'll pick you up. Okay.
By the way, he's saying Shir Shabbos.
Baruch Hashem, I give all Hazedis, I go to the Lakewood in Fasholem Zochar. So I told him, since normally you have to say on Shabbos, and you're not saying, so say tonight for me. This way I can leave a little early. Yeah.
So he's going to get up to where we get today.
Yeah.
Okay. Iboilahu. But I'm wondering, so if you have real gloves where it's not shayach that your hand is gonna stick out, so maybe over there you could do it l'chatchila.
Because you're right, the case of Chemes sounds like gloves.
Right, but not perfect, so maybe therefore there was a chash. But if it was perfect gloves, there would be no reason for a chash that your hands are going to stick out.
Okay, geh weiter die Gemara.
Iboilahu. Oichel machmas Michael tzarch netilas yadayim. Was means this?
If someone is feeding you bread, do you have to wash or not?
Ah,
Or maybe the one who is feeding you. Oh,
Oichel. Now he's eating. He's being fed. Oichel machmas ma'achil.
look at the Rashi. אדם שאוכל מיד חברו,
Hatoichev l'tachpiv. Right.
צריך או אוכל נטילת ידיים או אין צורך.
Toshma. Rav Huna bar Schoire have a koi kamed Rav Hamnuna. Bolam le
הונה
umtze.
ברכוירה וכוי כבד הרבנון. So Rav Hamnuna בולס לאומצה ואוכל. So Rav Huna bar Schoire
Put
לכאורה
it down his throat.
fed Rav Hamnuna the bread. אומר לי,
He
אילב
laughed Rav Hamnuna at Lesafina loch.
says the only reason I'm allowing you to eat without washing is only because you know you're very careful not to touch the bread. Yeah. Remember, the one that was fed is Rabbi Nuna, yes?
Correct.
And the one that gave him the food says to you, the only reason I'm letting you doing it is because you're Rabbi Nuna and you're careful.
Right.
My
My timer.
the Zoya Blenova. This is a Chura Arayatake. As
A gewöhnlich darf man ja.
you
Loi. Nicht das so. The Zohar is Kodem Umashi Yodei Meikar. That's gewaschen. That's hier gewaschen. The only, I'm not worried about you. You're Rav Hamnuna, so I know that you wash. So even the Talmud Chacham, you have to have washing. Is that right?
You see, by the way we learn Shmuel, was it so? Uns der nicht gegeben damit Chochem,
Yeah.
und dir nicht gegeben. The only reason I'm giving it to you is because you wouldn't touch. Manchmal als andere Menschen darf nicht. Robert Tage, als gesagt, damit Chochem darf nicht. Ab dem sagt die Gemara nein.
Right.
Du bist damit Chochem und auf viele du, weißt genau, du hast dich gewaschen.
Right. No, the question is, what did he mean when he said Zarazato? Did he mean Zarazato, therefore I will allow you to eat without washing? Or Zarazato meaning, of course you washed already, so therefore I don't have to choshed you.
Yeah.
So the Gemara says that that's the meaning. That means that everybody has to wash.
Well, the two tzdonim of the Gemara given Zohir or the Zohir.
Okay.
Zohir means not to touch.
Right.
This is what we thought in the Hava Mine.
Right.
And the Zohir no Zohir is made Muzmanov.
Right.
So look at the Rashi. Yilav Rabbi Nuna at Odom Chochom Zohir. My Chochmo say, Lav, the Zohir, the Loinoga. Alma ain't sorry for Tilas Yadayim or the Bachelor.
That's the Havamina.
Of them or the Gemara gesagt, Lo, Hochiko Male. He loved the Rabbi Nuna, the Yodea, and Yibachoshin Talto. The Kuk was Rashi Zoknes. Zohir עדיף מזוהיר. זוהיר, שיודע לזוהיר בשעס מייסה, שלא יעבור על המצווה. As this is זוהיר.
Right.
זוהיר, וסנטה רש"י, זוהיר, הרויס הנוילד, ומתקן עצמו,
שלא יובל לידי כך.
יובל לידי כך. היינו דאמרינא בעבד הסורס, הירוס מביאו לידי זריזוס.
So we see that Zerizus is a higher form.
Yeah. תושמע דאמר רב זעירא, אמר רב, לא ייתן עוד פרוסו לתוך פיו של שמש, אלא אם כן יודע בו ישנות על יודו. שטייט בפירוש דוס בוס, אז זה מוזח בשלי. Is it because he's a shamish or?
No, you don't. In other words, we saw only by a Zoris you could take for granted he washed, but by Shamus, who's not a Zoris, you have to see beferish that he washed. Otherwise, you can't feed.
Oh, very good. יודע בו, yes, good, good.
Right.
אלא אם כן יודע בו ישנות על יודו.
Right.
והשמש, מבורך,
As I think I'll call because he has no kvias.
look at the Rashi, השמש מבורך על כל כוס וכוס, לפי שאין קבע, השתיעס השמש.
Right.
כי אין לו יודע, אם ייתנו לו יורד, יהיה ככה אסך דייט.
Right.
Yeah. והשמש מבורך על כל כוס וכוס, ואין לו מבורך על כל פרוסו ופרוסו. look at the Rashi. ואין לו מבורך על כל כוס, על פרוסו ופרוסו, זה בטוח הוא שלא ימנו ממנו לחם.
Right.
זה ויין, בעצם יש גינו מתרגם, בדוסיו. שלא חמוד, ואומר רב זעיר, אומר רב, וייתן לו דום פרוסו לתוכפית של שמש, אלא אם כן יודע בו זגות מדי מבין, שלא תלמודו, נוחה הלוכה, השמש מבורך על כל כוס וכוס, ואין לו מבורך על כל פרוסו ופרוסו. רבי יוחנן אומר, אפילו אבידר פרוסו ופרוסו, ורבי יוחנן אומר, מבורך על כל פרוסו ופרוסו. אומר הפופה, בישלמה דרב, רבי יוחנן לא יקשי. רב עוד גזוק לא ייתן לו דום פרוסו לתוכנית של שמש, אלא אם כן יודע בוי. רבי יוחנן זוג מבורך על כל פרוסו ופרוסו. What is loikashi? What is the loikashi?
I don't know. Not until let's theorize. I don't know. Hadik Adam Chashiv, Hadlek Adam Chashiv. Because Rav, I understand, if it's an Adam Chashiv, then you don't have to be Chashid him. So he's a Zaris, so he washed before. But a shamus, like a chodam choshev, you have to wait till he washes. And what about Rabbi Yochanan?
But which aloha are we discussing now?
Rav's halacha is that you have to see, you can't feed him until he washed.
Right.
So that halacha is klar because he's not an adam choshev. Were he an adam choshev, I could take for granted that he washed. Now, what's Rabbi Yochanan? Rabbi Yochanan says that he can't assume that he's going to be fed. Nachamal, you could say like this: if he was an Adam Chashiv, probably you would give him more and more each time. So therefore, he wouldn't have to make a bracha each time. But since he's not an Adam Chashiv, he's a shamus. So therefore, he has to be chashiv that he might not get another piece. So every time he gets a piece, he has to make a bracha.
Und ich verstehe schon, aber was ist das Wort Loikashi? Loikashi meint, ich verstehe, was sie tun. Loikashi, no more.
Loikashi is nicht ganz stira. Because before we had that you have to wash. And before that we had that Adam Chashiv doesn't have to wash. You could take for granted he did wash. So it's a stira here. Why are you saying I can't feed the shamus till I see he washed? We saw before that you don't have to. So he says it's klar because there's a difference between Adam Chashiv and Eina Chashiv. And the Zalbazach about feeding him l'chayra. Let's see. The Gemara. Dik Adam Chashiv Adam Chashiv. Mikomakim Haka Amar Elim Ken Yodea Shanot Al Yodav Shiny Shamis the Torrid.
Shmuel. Mikomakim Haka Amar is the end of the question. So jetzt verstehst du, was so.
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
What is this?
Here he's saying that you have to know for sure that he washed his hands. Before we said by Zoris that you could take for granted that he did wash his hands. So why over here do you say that you have to know that he washed his hands? Because there's a difference between Adam Chashuv and not Chashuv. No? Let's see Rashi. Rashi has a different gears a little bit, no? Adam Chashuv. If there's an Adam Chashuv sitting there, Besuda, Batuach Hashamesh Sheitan Loi Lachem Min HaTzayrich. Kol HaTzayrich. Okay, I understand. What we said before, Lagabe, the first part, Lagabe Rav, is what Pshat is. Lagabe, whether you feed him or not, it depends if there's an Adam Chashuv there or not. If there's an Adam Chashuv there, he's going to worry about the Shamas, and therefore the Shamas will get fed not only piece by piece, and have to worry about whether he's going to get another piece. For sure, the Adam Chashuv is going to see to it that he's fed like a mensch. So he doesn't have to make a bracha every time that he gives him another little piece of bread.
זכור was sagt, nicht nur mal der Rav, Rabbi Yochanan, Loi Kashi, why someone says Alko Pruso, and why is not, if you go to the Choshu, we assume that someone would give him a mele dafür nicht gebrochen, nicht. Aber מכל מקום, או קורא אלא אם כן יודע שלא תעבוד לו. So the Kashi is what the Poishet given the Shaila. We started with the Shaila. Yeah?
What was the Shaila?
If someone is being fed, does he have to make a bracha or not? So the Chura here is an open raya.
What's the raya?
אלא אם כן יודע בו שלא תעבוד לו, וזה רaya מוזבח שניהם.
No, but he's not being fed into his mouth.
Well, not a main to do lex to Sarani Zayboya.
Not by the Shamas. The Shamas isn't. Where the Shamas? No. Shamas Mavarch al kol kois v'kois, v'ena Mavarch al kol prusa. Where does it say that he gets it fed into his mouth?
Okay, maybe you're right. Let's see.
But I do think that I didn't say right the first pshat because that's in Teres of the Gemara. The Gemara says that over here I don't have to check if the shamus washed his hands. Not only that, he doesn't have to wash his hands. Take a look at Rashi the Torrid. The shamus is some subin. The shecheach shloi notal the nageh boitlin sheyochal. V'afal bikain shenageh b'chol asuda lo ichpaslon shloi tzrichu netila lenoigin ela loichlin.
I'm reading you. Bishlama, the Rav, Rabbi Yochanan, Loi Kashi, they are not really contradicting each other, because if there is an Odom Choshev, you don't have to make a broch on the other person. Ela zokter, yes? Over, yeah. Komo Omar, no yitin Odom Puso, Ela im Kilodea Boshenota.
Right, and here they didn't ask the shamus if he washed his hands.
So we solved our shaila, yeah?
No, we still have one shaila. How come they feed him bread without asking if he washes his hands? How could they feed him without asking him if he washed his hands? Right? To that, the answer is Torrid. What's mean Torrid, Zok Rashi? Rashi says Torrid means that if he doesn't eat, he just serves, he doesn't have to wash his hands. When the Chachamim made this takana, they did not make it on a person who is not eating. You saw the Rashi?
ולא חמור, was it the kasha or no kasha? This piece is brought to teach us what?
How come we didn't ask the shamus if he washed his hands before we give him bread?
Who says that you have to ask?
We said right before. That was the memra. Yeah. Ibalhu.
Oh, see the Ben Hashem, so we dab, Mishneh. ילכו לגמור ולברני הראי, שמואל.
Omar Rav, lo yitain adam prusel l'toach piv shel shamus, elim ken yodeh boi shenot al yodov.
Und dann bringt die Gemara rein zu unserer Scheine von früher. Ja, noch einmal, was sagst du?
Right, okay, I see. I made one mistake. I said that they didn't feed the shamus into his mouth. They did feed the shamus into his mouth.
Anders, und die ganze Stickel da nicht zu tun mit uns.
Okay. So since they fed him into his mouth, he should have washed each time.
Right.
Then how come he's not washing each time? He only has to make a bracha each time. But it doesn't say he has to wash. So on that, Rashi explains that Torid, he doesn't have to wash because I don't fully understand the Rashi. Because the Rashi only explains. See, do you saw the Rashi, the Torid?
Yeah.
L'shamesh es hamsubim, v'sheicheach shlo notal v'nageh b'oichlin sheyoichal.
Noch einmal, sagen die Gemara, perhaps you have no raya bechlal from here. But if someone is fed, he has to wash. Only here, because he's told he doesn't remember if he did or he did not. This is the maskana of the Gemara. You have no raya bechlal from the mice. See, Shmuel, if you read it in one shot, so we got caught. Fango noch einmal, let's just read it fast. You see from the top, Oichel machmas Meichel tzorich mit Yosef daim or no. Okay, sie gewähnt die Meise mit Rabban Nune.
Right.
And he told him,
Zoris.
so we Dr. Lenz, he is Kiraya. So remember, we didn't solve the shaila if Oichel machmas Meichel needs or not. Noch a rai. And remember, here we start for a new rai. Toshma de Omar Abzele, Omar Rab, V'yitel Odom, V'yitel Odom Puso לתוך פיו של שמש, אלא אם כן יודע בו, das ist der gut gesagt, diese Reihe, also darf sich waschen, והשמש מבורך על כל כוס וכוס, והנה מבורך על כל פוס ופוס, aber Rabbi Yochanan מבורך. Sie, die Gemara jetzt schwul führt euch die Reihe, was wir vielen bringen von die Meise. So Omar, das ist ein Hemmschicht. Omar, apropos, Bishlom, der Rabbi Yochanan, verstehe ich die two opinions, that you have to make a bracha or not. או דאיקי אדם חושו, ודלק אדם חושו, במילא דשד. אלא, מכל מקום, או אמר להם, כי יודע שנותן בודו, בזוכריי, הממוזח בשן, if someone gives you food, is the Gemara doiche, shine שמש דתורי. Nicht kein Rai. The conclusion is he's talking Rai. Look, let's verstehst du die Rashi. Look at the Rashi.
No, I understand. Before you read the Rashi, you had so Elam Ken Yodeh Shanatul Yodov, right? The next to the last words that you just read.
Right.
So how do you learn Pshat? Elam Ken Yodeh Shanatul Yodov. Shiny Sham Mitvos the Shamas Andish the Torah. What does that mean? That he doesn't have to wash his hands?
Yeah, the only reason he has to wash is because he doesn't really remember if he washed or not. So sagt man ihm, you don't give him unless you know for sure. That's a gewaschen.
Yeah, so that fits into Rashi. Okay, read the Rashi, please.
Also sagt Rashi.
The Torah, the Shamash is some subin. The Shecheach Shlenot of Negeh Boichlin Sheyoichal. Right?
Kann sein, als tammer Mensch darf sich nicht waschen, weil ist. Aber weil der Shamash ist Torid, darf hier.
Weiter, Afal Pi. Shenogeh B'chol Asuda.
Und Rashi hat Seite gesagt. Here, I'm reading you, Shmuel, the hard scroll. Shaine Shamesh, Shoine hu Shamesh mistam anoshim, שתורדו לשמש הסמסובים, ועולול הוא מתוך כך לשכוח ולגעת במייכל שיח. Which means, regular people Shmuel Kessler Zelit Prag, darf man nicht. Ja, weil du gibst mir Essen, weil ich auch besäuer. Aber der Shamesh ist too tall to besäuer, man will ja nur bei Shamesh, darf man auch nicht lassen. Also ihr lernen Sie.
Aha. Okay.
אלא שבשמש החמירו יויסר, מתוך שתורדו יש לך שישכח שלנות על יום.
Yeah, but what does that mean? Yes, it's fast, a riot that you have to wash your hands.
noch einmal, die ganze Zeit המדף או למדף nicht, zu מדף חוישה sein oder nicht. hat man gesagt, das steht da bei Shamesh, המדף חוישה sein.
Right.
sagt man nur דווקא בשמש, weil der Shamesh ist tot. Aber bei anderen Menschen, איפה שדף man nicht.
Aha.
weiter die Gemorre.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
Tonu Rabbonon.
Okay, but you understand when I understand when Rashi says the Torah means that he will come to touch the food that a regular person is not going to have such a situation.
Exactly.
Okay, I hear.
תנו רבונון, וייתן אודום פרוסו לשמש, בין שהכוס ביודו, בין שהכוס ביודו שבעל הבית.
Oh, that's another din.
Das another din ganzen.
Right. You're not allowed to give, yeah, okay.
שמא יהיה הדבק על כל המסעודה.
Yeah, what does that mean? Right. He's not allowed to take from the balabas and give to the sham. The balabas is going to get so upset that you're taking from his table and giving the shamas that he's going to choke on his wine.
Right.
He doesn't want to be short on food for the orchim who mabit umeitzitz b'masha zen noisim v'hakois nishpach miyodoi. Afilu hakois b'yad hasham shema yishavchenu. So Rashi's learning when the kois b'yodoi doesn't go dafka on the shamas.
Right.
It could be going on the balbus.
תנו רבונון, וייתן אודום פרוסו לשמש, בין שהכוס ביודו ובין שהכוס ביודו שבעל הבית, שמא יהיה הדבת הכלכול המסעוד. זה איזה. והשמש שלא נוט על יודו, שתיתו בפירוש עם ברייסה, אסור ליתן פרוסו לתוך finish. We solved the problem. We solved our shaila, yes?
Why?
It says בפירוש, בתוניש גבד, בשם השם.
Yeah, because he's tired. And he'll forget that he didn't wash it with the same teretz that we gave before. There's no raya.
או בסגרח, זה ענאי הברייס, תונו רבון, זה ענאי הברייס.
Okay, still that Ibailahu, we still have the Shaila. Ma'achil tzarch nechil sidayim oyena tzarch toshma. Don't even Menashe.
Oh, Shmuel, this is a nice shining dance.
This is different?
Machil, the one that is feeding. Up till now, the Shaila,
Oh, right.
the one that is being fed.
So
yes, Shaila is the one that is.
Yeah, what's the Shaila? The Ma'achil is touching the bread.
Well, that's not the bread. That's the takoni the bread only.
I hear. Okay. All right. Let's see.
Toshma, the Tony the Ben Menashe.
Reb Shimon ben Gamliel Omer, Isha madiches yadeho, achas b'mayim. She could put one hand into the water, v'nosen is pas livno, and then she can give pas livno cotton.
The halacha is in Yom Kippur. When a mother gives a son to eat, she gives him bread, she has to wash her hand. Why does she have to wash? Eres, nicht sie. אמרו all אבל שמה יזוקן שהוא יבוצו, להאכיל ביודו יחס, וגוז רולת שיחל בשתי יודו. יזכו הרעי, אפילו הדוגיסט ינם עשר, דף סטזח באשן די hand. Otherwise, why is the mother washing the hand?
Yeah, it doesn't say she's washing her hands, she's putting her hands in. Yeah, okay.
So the Gemara שנשקי ראי, אז את מדינת הצדיים, אמר אביי, הוסו משום שיבסי, שיבסי זה כמזיק, זה רוח רוע, ולוק דרש"י, אישו,
Ruach rosh shira al yodayim shleinot lu shachris.
right,
So we're saying this Isha probably didn't wash her hands yet.
but Yom Kippur.
No, but shachris, you're allowed to. We wash our hands until Saddam shachris.
יגיד weiter, אבל לא תל יודף שחיס. ולא ניזהר בו אם הוא בו להאכיל את חברוי,
Ain't tzarch natila.
if it's
She's
not,
right.
לא אמרינן, זה סתם נויסן, בתוך פיו תיקון רבונו נטילה. Only Dorten,
Right. It's mashma that the Isha, we were choshesh that the Isha did not wash her hands. Either when choshesh and noshim don't wash their hands generally, but that's not, you can't say that because it has a ruach run and they're feeding other people. They're working with food. Okay.
תושמע דאבו את שמואל אשכחה לשמואל בקבוכי. אמר לי, המאי קבוכיס? זוגת להם, מחיין רבוי.
Well, what's the story with Shammai?
בשמאי, צריך לשגבות.
Omar al Shammai hazokin shalirotza lahachil biyodei achas. What does that mean?
צריך לשגבות, מחמד בבן, צריך לשגבות דבש מיום כיפר. gesagt, ich will nicht geben, die Kinder essen Brot, darf ich sich nicht waschen. Hat man gesagt, als Chazal gesagt, du darf waschen die zwei Hände. Das ist als ein Knast.
No, but we heard by the Isha, we said maybe it's because she didn't wash Negelwasser. What's shach by Shammai?
Look at the Rashi.
What does Rashi say?
To a kid. Why? Because he didn't want to wash his hand on Yom Kippur. אפילו יודו יחס לרוצה להדיח כדי ליטל פס לטינוק ביום כיפר. ומוינה המילה אכילו, therefore it shows not to give him.
It's mashma he didn't wash Negelwasser.
No one washed Negelwasser בצד חז"ל.
Oh, okay, good. That's what it means.
On Yom Kippur.
On Yom Kippur.
Yeah. Hat mir dann gesagt, der Klasse, also hat mir gesagt, wash, you have to wash your toilets.
Omar Abaya. Hossam Shum Ships. Okay, we had that, yeah. Toshma. Davud Shmuel Ashkechel Shmuel de Kobachi. Gewinnt? Amalei Amai Kobachis. The Mechayin Raboi. The Mechayin Raboi. Was meint das? The Mechayin Raboi Kaspis Levroi Bidloi Mashis. Ha'acholas es bonai v'loi rochtas yadayim tchila. He had a servant who didn't wash her hands before. That's what he's saying.
He himself.
He himself.
Fragt Shmuel, von was meinst du? Sagt der Machien Raboi, die Rabbonon gib mir Kleb, amai de Omali, Kassof ist die Broi, weil Moshe Yodel. Rabbonon geben mir Patsch, aber ich gebe meinen Sohn zu essen, Brot, und ich nicht gewaschen. Omali fragt der Tate, der amai le Moshe. Omali, ochil ba'ano mashine. He's eating, not me. This is in what? Omale, loy mistayes in ish genug, loy gomi. Nicht nur, als besh nicht aloche, so nicht gelernt. Imche nami moche. The Tate is defending Shmuel, and sagt them they made a mistake, so nicht gelernt. Sie wissen nicht, aber dachte nicht. Look at the lashes.
I see, yeah.
לא מסתעד לא די לו שהיינו בוקי ולחסתילה שהמאכיל דף זה חשבשנו.
I mean, even though the Svara halt nicht leislich, but that's the Takonis Chachamim, heißt es.
Das sagt er, das ist es. So noch einmal, sagt, mein Rebbe hat mir gegeben Patsch Fabos, sagt weil der Omar li Kassof ist Lebroi, weil Moshe ist, ja.
Right.
אכלתו לברוי, לכו את הזון ולרבה. הוא אמר לשמואל, הוא אוכל בענו משנה. סוגתם זה נתתה, לא מסתייד, לא גומי. יש לו הדר רבה, וסו דר גיגה מפת שנשגרח, אלא ממכנה ממוחה, יגיב לקקף, וילחסה אויכל מחמס מאכיל, ואויכל למסר טוב את השדיים. המאכיל אין הצורך יותר שדיים. זוג לי משנה. Let's learn to the bottom of the page. סויר רוט, בוסו וגבינו במטפח הסחס, בלבד שלו יולד נמזה בזה. Even though it's in the same bed, as long as they're not touching each other. Shimon וגמליאל אומר, שני אכסנויים או יכולים על שולחן אחד, זה בוסו בזה גבינו ואין יכול שיש. So לכאורה בסוף שמעון וגמליאל זאת עוד נסיתו מדרי שבוס.
Right.
רגדי גמורה וכינויגים זה וזה מה יהווה. צוינים בצוינים. אמר אביי, בסגרח. והיא דקליפה לבוא, הדוחם לבוא.
Right. Right.
שמעון וגמליאל לא אומר, שני אכסנויים לא אוכלים. אמר רב חנן ברבי, אמר שמואל לא ישונו, אלא שהם מכירים זה זה.
We learned the Mishnah. I'm just looking at Kuf Daled Amud Beis. Ha'oif oila im agvina ala shulchan dein nechal.
יורד מן הפלש.
Right. So the diak was that flesh megman nicht.
No, was?
Right? The diak from the Mishnah was flesh megman nicht.
But don't read me of two strange people. Look a second. רב שמעון בן גמליאל אומר, שני אכסנויים, you and me are eating in the same restaurant on the same table. Don't let me do all day. Do me thy vibe, do me thy kinder. Don't let me אכסנויים. באיזה אכסנויים שניסר, רואים את זה.
It's 5 lines after the Gemara.
Yeah.
The line slash Shimon.
Yeah.
So Shnei Chanoim, שנסערכו בפונדק אחד, זה בא מן הצופן, זה בא מן הדורם, זה בא בחתיכותוי, וזה בא בגבינוסוי, אכלן על שולחן אחד, זה בוסף, זה גבינה. So if two people come to a park in where they have a bench, he brings his meal and he brings his meal. I don't care if one's fleishik, one's milchik. Ve'en chashishin, lo yosru, elo betfisa achas. That means it's within reach, no? It's within reach.
אני חושב, אבל ראי את זה גם. אומר הפרונו ברמי, אומר שמואל, שונו אלא שהם מכירים זה את זה. אבל מכירים זה את זה עושה. Was ist das? Torn ist schwer zu neu im Messer dieselbe Tisch, ja?
Right.
Geh weiter. Keine Name auch,
Right. Ram Shimon Gamliel Omer Bezach Sanoim Shanisarchu Pundik Echad Ze Bo Min HaTzof and Ze Bo Min HaDorim. They don't know each other. Ze Bo B'Chatichosoi, der kommt mit seinem Fleisch. Ze Bo B'Gvinosoi, der kommt mit der Cheese. Euchlin al Shulchan Echad Ze Bosov Ze Gvinos. Avo Vein Choshin V'loi Osru Ela B'Tfisa Achas. If it's within reach. If the Gvina is within reach of the, I think that's what Tfisa Achas means. Within reach of the one who's eating meat, then you're not allowed to do that. Tfisa Achas al Kedaitoch? You thought that it means Tfisa Achas, Rashi. Ho Beloy Shulchan Oichel Olav Nami Oser? What does that mean? Gimel. Oh no. Gimel.
Schmal. Viel darf man wissen, was meint man aus, oder mit viel zu haben.
Tfisa Achas Rashi B'Kerech Echad.
Schmal, wie teilst du, ob die Werte Tfisa Achas?
I thought it meant within reach.
So, die Chua meint uns, die Preise hat gesagt, sehr bo min HaTzofon, sehr bo min HaDorim, but if they are both sitting on the same side of the table, Tomenish.
Okay.
Not sure, ich gucke mir das.
Me too. So the way they touch it is B'Kerech Echad means that they're mamish sit eating together.
Who is Noidim Zebazet, the boss of
Evina HaGemara Shakavon She'ochlen mamish b'yachad lefichach Toma HaGemara. Tis Achas al Kedaitoch v'ke efshal lahalos al hadas she'ochlenu mamish b'yachad bosor gvina harei nimtza she'ochlen bosor b'cholov. Oh, it means one meal together, that they're sharing a meal.
Good. Ela, kein Tfisa Achas.
El kavanot sabasa kein Tfisa Achas. Claim she'osel echad bosor gvina al shulchan echad im mapa echad.
Oh, if she cooked oils as they be eine.
B'loi hefsek b'neihem.
But if you make a hefsek submission say, then
Yeah. Aval im oichel kol echad al mapam nefredes, oy shemenichim eze dova b'neihem leheker, מותר להם לאכול על שולחן אחד גם בשר וגם גבינה, שכיוון שיש הקר ביניהם, לא יבואו לאכול זה משל זה.
Good, good.
Why isn't it enough that they don't know each other? I'm not going to take from Yanim's food.
the Gemara out
Yeah, that's right.
Was it the Chiddush?
I think the Gemara them done that they're sitting at the same table, they're going to be mavater on each other.
Okay.
Chaf Daled.
אמר לקוקוק ביתו, אמר לרבי ימא בר שלמיה לאביי, שני האחים, הוא מקפיד עם זה על זה, מהו? אינטרסטינג, לא? זאת רש"י. כיוון שמקפידים שאין זה או איכל משל זה, מותר או לא?
Mm-hmm.
זאת תראם, אמר ליאמרו כל הסריקים הסורים וסריקי ביתוס מוטורים. Estos, you cannot have exceptions. A rule is a rule to everyone. Srikin is a shalim of Pesach. If you make a certain design on the matzah, it might be machmir. So when he mentions them professionals, that's what says on the mutter. יאמרו כל הסריקים הסורים, סריקים is ביתוס מוטורים. בקיצור, וזה זוגתם שאשתו, the halach is not tailored to everyone. מתגייסת. אומר לב ולתיימך, עוד אומר רב אסי, אומר רבי יוחנן למי שאין לו הלכה לוקח. מותר לך בייס בחודש מועד. יאמרו, בתמזור בדיזר בזך, לא? כל הסריקים, הסורים, הסריקים, you're also making an exception for one person. Du hast doch gesagt, dass die ganze Wort ist, zwei Brüder, wir machen nicht kein Aufgemeines, ja?
Yeah, I understand. But right off the bat, why doesn't the Gemara ask? It's not essential that I eat together with you at the table. It is essential that I have a garment.
Right. Look a second in the territory that Mr. Zender Rashi call us Riki. אומר לי, אומר ברבי שאיזוי רואים מוכיחו. keiner wird sich nicht lernen. So he has every robe and his own belt. And said dass ich nehme die belt and it's not matching what I wash, versteht jeder Renner, also komme ich. מה שאין כן בסריקים, זה מה שרש"י זוג.
I see what Rashi says. I mean,
זוירו מוכיח לו.
Yeah. What's he doing? He's taking the Azer. What's he putting it on? He has no other garment.
Look at the Rashi.
Yeah.
האזור תמיד הוא
קבוע בחלוקה. וכשהוא פושט את חלוקה, takes off his one חלוק, ולובש חלוקה אחר, he puts on another חלוק. נוטל הזר מזה וכבר בזה. זה שאין לו אחר, מחפשוי עם אזורוי. He washes it with his azer. והרויה, כשהוא מחפשוי באזורוי אימוי, יודע שאין לו חלוק אחר, לא יחמירו לו חמור. What's he wearing now?
He's wearing
his undergarments.
Let's see.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. But I don't understand. So the guy's going to see from the Azer, he'll see from the fact that he's not wearing anything that he needs his clothing. Why do I have to go to Ezuroi?
Shmuel, Misha ein lo yacher means he doesn't have an extra one. And what ain't it?
That Aina is going into the washing machine. Or
Right.
no, so now he's not wearing anything.
Yes, the Shabbos you can suit for the duration of the wash.
So what do you see from his Azer?
So which Azel is he using?
He's not using the one, he's washing the Azer together with the garments of Rashi. I hear. Rashi seems to say that you have one Azer, right? And it's matching to the one garment that you usually wear. Now, if you're going to wear another garment, like you say, your Shabbos garment, you're going to take the Azer from the weekday garment and put it on the Shabbos garment. Everybody's going to see that you're wearing a gartel from the week on your Shabbos garment. But a normal person would be wearing an outfit that comes with its own Azer. I'm not. I don't have all the pieces together.
Yeah. No, I see here. Let's see the way the article says it. Not my person basing pshat b'metzias. I mean, I'm just putting this away just to look at the article. שעל ידי האזור יש עקר לרואה מה ישראל בחפש. זה בנזן הזרות נשכנה ביה. ולא כן לא ייתו ללמוד ממנו התר בכל אודם. פבוס. כי דרך האזור להיות קבוע בחולוק. וכשפוישתים חלוק אחד, על מנס ללבויש חלוק האחר, כגון normally, not in this case. כשמחבשים מסורישן, מעבירים מסוריזו מהרישן, וקויבים מסורי בשני.
Right, Rashi said that, right.
What says? Normally you have only one belt.
Right. Yes, you take it from yeah, right.
אך אודום זה
Yeah.
שאין לו אלא חלוק אחד.
Yeah.
כשבוא לחבש את חלוקוי,
Right.
אין לו מסיר מסוריזו, אלא הוא מחבשו עם האזור.
I want to go out. How much longer are you going to be?
5 minutes. 5 minutes.
5-10 minutes, Rachel.
מתוך כך ניכר לרואים הוא יש מחבש. אוקיי. I'm not sure yet. או בבסריקין המצויורים מתוך ניזור בזח, או דברידר בזח מקפיד, מי שידע ריינר בייסד בברידר, so בישלמה בברידר זוגת, מה שישכין אפקימינה לתו המקפיד, you have to make believe that you love each other. ניזור בזח בסריקים, מה שאין כן דולטן, כן אבל תשמח אין כתועץ.
Right, the Aser is Mashiach Olof, one way or another.
אוקיי, שמסע השם זונטיק מגולון בנתיבה סחולה ביה.
Yeshikoyach.
we are back into Chulin now.
Yeah.
Ihr seid gesund, call to.
Call to.
Aber bleibst du da?
Yes. It's
Good, call to.
I'm good.